Just type in, I am ready. I am ready. Okay. I still want to hear from two more people. Victor said, I am ready. Yes. I'm ready. I'm super ready, Former. I am ready, Joel. So yeah, good to know. So today we'll be talking about, who can remind us of today's topic? Victor Olalokun. Olamilokun, sorry. Remind us of today's topic. What's today's topic about? Is Victor there? Okay, the second Victor, answer for him. What's today's topic about? I'm waiting to hear from you. Kindly unmute your mic and speak, please. You can't remember. And I thought you said you are ready. Okay, Abati Joel, help us, please. Or anyone who can answer the question, please just unmute your mic and answer. What's today's topic about?
Document needed for scholarship application.
Good. Because, thank you very much for that. So when you're applying with, yesterday we talked about positioning, like how best we can position ourselves. We talk about a lot of things, getting certification, engaging in extracurriculum activities, engaging in volunteering activities, engaging in, we talk about a lot of things, doing, getting internship, we talk about also preparing yourself ahead by getting your international passport and necessary means of identification. Those are just basics, we talk about positioning. So after trying to position yourself, what are the documents you also need to put in place to be able to apply for this scholarship opportunity? Because just imagine you have your certifications, you have your you have the experiences, you have the skills, and you don't have the documents to apply. Then how are you going to be able to? I don't know what's going on. Tell me. Hello. Yeah. Yes. Sir, I can't hear you clearly. Yes, sir. All right, sir. Okay, for that. Can you hear me? So like I was saying, just imagine you have all those certifications ready and you don't have your documents, you don't have your international passport, you don't have your transcripts, then how will you be able to apply? So we're going to be talking about the documentations. I will try to ensure my class is brief enough so that we can ask questions, because I noticed that yesterday I couldn't ask some of the questions. And I'll try as much as possible to cover up for the times I couldn't. I know I came in late and we have to end this class by 4 p.m. because I have another meeting. So there are a lot of technicalities. So I'll just try and adjust to our timing and ensure that I come in early so that we can get all that I have, we can get value for each session, enough value rather. I know we are getting values. So documentation is needed for scholarship application. Transcript, you need your transcript, you need your international passport. I'm going to just run through them. You need your certificates, that is your certificate, your degree certificate or master certificate if you have. So, or if you don't have your certificates ready, you can get your notification of results from your school. You need proof of test. We're going to talk about some of these tests and how you can even write for English test waiver. We're going to talk about GRE. I'm going to explain that in details. We're going to talk about recommendation letters. We're going to talk about published literatures, statement of purpose, and curriculum vitae. So the basic document that is mostly required are three things. that is mostly required. It is your international passport, okay, and your curriculum, but that's your CV, and I'm just talking about basics. So, and I thought, okay, the first thing I said, what's the first thing I said? I think I said something first. What did I say?
Transcript.
Did I say transcript? No. No, I said the basics. I said something first. Okay, with international passports. Yes. Thank you, Shedrack. International passports, your curriculum vitae, and your letter. I mean, your cover letter, your statement of purpose. They could request either cover letter or statement of purpose. Okay, so those are the basic. So later on, they get to ask for your transcripts. Later on, they get to ask for recommendation letter. That is in some applications. Whereas in some other applications, they can ask for like almost everything. Your English test, your transcript, your international passport, your recommendation letter. You know, if you have published paper, they will say you should upload it. You know, your certificates. It just depends. But most times, it is always a means of identification, your CV, and your statement of purpose most times. So, but depending on what, depending on how the modalities of the application is, whereas, like I said, there are some that will request for your transcript also, and then recommendation letter while you're uploading. So let's begin to talk about each of these documents. For your transcript, is a collection of your courses with the grades throughout your studies, like the collection of your studies, all the courses you study from the year 1 to the final year, and the grades, what you scored. So that is what is in your transcript. So the school you are applying to, or the application, the application you are, this is that you are applying to a university or you're applying for another opportunity, but not really a university. So opportunity you're applying for could request for your transcripts. And at the back of your transcript, there's always the details of the grading systems. So in some schools, their A start from 80 to 100, whereas in some schools from 70 to 100. So it is always at the back of your transcripts. I'm coming, just give me a minute. Let me show you my transcripts. So this is actually the front page of my transcript. Then it entails the details of everything, the dates of my courses to my final year, the courses here with my grades, everything are there. You remember the road competition, we're going to talk about that. So the grading system is always at the back. It's always at the back. So some of them, they need those details. So when you're scanning, you can scan the front and you scan the back. So that's about transcripts. And then it is important that you have this transcripts as soon as you graduate. For undergraduates, you can make use of current statement of results. For undergraduates, if you're applying for opportunities for undergraduates, they need your, should I say, they call it transcript also. So it is either what you have, the grades you've had so far to the level you are currently. So you can actually get that from your Senate, whereas in some school you can easily download from your portal. I don't know the modalities of your school there. So you could just walk up to your Senate and ask that you need your transcripts. So they will ask from what year are you? So do you need it from the beginning of your level, from 100 level to maybe 300 level, if you're in 300 level, or you just need that of 300 level. So it depends on whatever those, whatever they ask you they request from you to submit. So for the graduates, like I said, Some school you can just download it directly. So for graduates right now, there are some schools that do not issue student copy. They do not issue student copy to graduates. So like my school now, you'll be wondering, how do I then get my transcript? So I'm going to explain that, because you actually need your student copy to be able to use for application. So most times, university wants to send it directly to wherever you need it, and if you have to be doing that, every single application is a lot of money, because they send it, you pay before they can be able to help you to send it. So imagine you are applying for about 10 applications. Imagine how much. In my school, I think to the last one I processed, because they requested for official transcript, it was around I think 40K. So if you're applying for 10, that's of which I've even applied for over 100 applications. So imagine. So you actually need your personal copy. So this is how we go about it. You get an organization that can collect that transcript on your behalf. It could be maybe a boss, or an organization you can work with, or maybe an organization your uncle work with. It is just basically reaching out to the should I say the admin, and tell them, okay, this is what you want, that you want your transcript to be sent to the organization. Once it's sent to the organization, you can then get your transcript from them. Then you have your copy. So you upload that, you scan and have the soft copy and upload that. Every now and then you need to apply. I want to believe that is clear. If I'm clear, please can you just type I'm clear? So I want to know if you guys are following me. If you are not clear, then I'll take it over again. Okay, if
I'm
you
not
are
really
clear with
but
what I explained, say clear. Okay. Okay, what
maybe I will ask my question afterwards.
Okay, it's fine. It's
because
fine.
I wanted to ask,
Let's just
why can't we photocopy?
Photocopy? No.
It's not possible, right?
This is an official.
Then it can be sent to our mail or something.
You mean your school sending your transcript to your mail?
Yeah, it's not possible.
I don't know if your school does that, so you may want to ask. If they can, why not? Well, don't worry, ask your question afterwards.
Clear now.
That's a question afterwards.
Okay.
The standard is the fact that they don't want to send it to you. Some schools have students copy, like FUTA. I know of FUTA very well. Federal University of Technology, Akure. They give students their transcript. They have student copy and they have official copy. So, but for my own school, they don't have student copy. So you just have to find a way of getting your own, of getting a copy that you can usually use. Do you get it? So, the other aspect of transcript is that there are some applications that you can submit unofficial transcript, because student copy is called unofficial transcript. But once you pass a particular level and maybe you are entering the interview level, they want an official transcript from your school. So that way, you are not going to interfere in that. It's the school that will send it directly to the university you are applying to, or to the organization or the body giving the body giving the scholarship or whatever opportunities you are given. So like I was saying the other time, when I got my when I got my scholarship, I used my unofficial transcript, the one I have with me. But at the point I need to be admitted into the school, my school had to send the transcript officially by post, paper transcripts, sealed. Oh, look at, if you see this paper, it's confidential, so it was meant to be sent to so it's always sealed. So they want the official sent directly from the school to wherever you want it to be. So you are not going to interfere in that. But the reason why it's important for you to apply to have a student copy is because these people want to they also request for unofficial transcript and they want you to upload it. If you don't have if you don't have a copy, then how do you want to go about it? So the very first thing first when you're applying for opportunities, Father, you have to get your transcript ready. So this is what you do. Immediately after you finish school, begin to process it, because at times it takes a while. It will take about a few months before you eventually get your transcript. So begin to process it on time immediately after you finish. Like I explained for undergraduates, if you apply for maybe an opportunity, so they could just ask for your current grades and scores, or they want a record of from your first year to the current level. So it all depends. So it all depends on the kind of application you're applying for. So it's just as simple as that. In some school, like my sister's school, what they have access to download their grades from their portal. So they download it every semester, the result is out. So because she usually download and share with me, so I see it. So you might not even need to go through all the stress going to the Senate or the admission office to get your transcript. So if you're a graduate or you're in your final year, you need to think of how you can process your transcript as soon as you can, because you need it. Most master's scholarship opportunity asks for your transcript. It is not negotiable at all. So first thing first, get your transcripts. And for undergraduate applying for opportunities, begin to prepare your mind, begin to ask for information, how you can get your transcript, your current studies transcript. I think I've talked a lot about this, so if you have questions, you can ask later. So let's go straight to international passports. So international passport is very important also, when you're applying for applications. As little as international passports can make you lose an opportunity. There's an opportunity actually lost because I even have a international passport. There is something they were asking for. They were asking for I can't remember. They want to be sure that you are living in Lagos. So they said about, is it residential something. So and because the notice was short, I couldn't just run around to get that and apply for the opportunity. So it is important to get it beforehand. It is important that you don't wait when you see the opportunity and now begin to run a task to get your documents. The national passport at times takes about 6 months. It takes about 3 months. It all depends. At times it takes about a year, depending on the kind of person that you go and meet that is helping you to do it. But don't pay people to do your international passport. International passport, walk up to the immigration office and do it yourself, please. So it is important, especially in Lagos, it takes a whole lot of time. So if you ask me, I would advise you do it in other states. Other states like in the East, it's always very easy. I did mine during my service here. I did mine in Bayelsa and I got it the same day. As I was going to the immigration office like this, I got the contact from my mentor anyway. So as I was getting there, I called the man. I think I did it around 30 something thousand then. That was 2019. I got it the same day, but it can never happen in Lagos. That's just the truth. And it can never happen I think most people are now going to Ibadan, but Ibadan is now getting crowded. And Abeokuta, even Abuja is still a little bit better anyway. So you need to look at some of these things. It is not when you now see those opportunities, now like, I don't have this document. No, you have to begin to prepare to get your document. It is very, very important. These are some of the things I use my NYSC savings for, my international passport and what is it called? My transcripts, because I already knew what I wanted. Immediately I finished the very second payment from NYSC. That's why I used to get my transcript. And then I got into service here because I already knew that I'll be applying for scholarship. So, I processed my transcript. I got it. My international passport, I had my savings complete. I went to the immigration office. I got it. So begin to look at these things and begin to acquire, because you need them. when you get those opportunities and they're asking for this and they're asking for that, and you don't have it, so how do you then want to apply? So that's the question. So you need your documents all ready. Very, very, very important. So there are some opportunities that they will ask for your national ID card. I want to believe that everybody has national ID card. If not, your network will be bad. So this one is, I don't want to ask who has national ID card. I want to believe everybody has. So there are some opportunities that will allow you to use your national ID card so that, and then provide your passport later. It all depends. So there are some opportunities that application that are quite flexible. So when your passport is ready and you want to upload, you only upload the first passport data page, which contains your names and details. So that's what you scan and have. So I usually have my okay. I like to show proof. Okay, let me just. I'm going to share mine with you. I like to just show proof. International passport. International passport. Okay. Why is my network unstable? So this is my international passport. So you just scan data page. Okay, so you scan this is the year, it's May 2019, and it's expiring 2034. So this is my first, this is data page. This is what you just scan and have your soft copy. So you can use this every now and then for application. You use it every now and then for applications. As easy as that. You upload this document I'm telling you is just like you're having them do a scan of it, have the soft copy for application. So let's talk about certificates also. This one you don't need to pay for it. It's important. Your school will definitely give you certificate of your yes, you have been certified, you have completed, successfully complete. So that one. So for graduates now, if you have done your convocation, I believe you should have your certificate with you. So that one is not something you apply for, whatever. So, but if peradventure you don't, you've not graduated yet, or let me say you finished, but you have not done convocation and you've not been given your certificate, you can tender your statement of results. So that's why you get it from the Senate, also the admission office. You tell them that you want to request for your statement of results. So it's also like a document that they show that they just. Who is that now? Please, can you unmute yourself before, ma? Okay, thank you. So for the statement of result, they will just, it's a document, they just, okay, this person completed a degree program here. So it is just like, should I say a letter to prove that you have successfully completed your program in so school. So that's what the statement of result is about. So if you don't have a certificate yet, you can actually request for statement of result. So the thing is that there is actually no excuse that you have for not applying. If you say you don't have this, you can get this. So that's just the idea about it. So for proof of English test, we have IELTS, we have TOEFL, we have or medium. I'm going to talk about that. That medium of instruction is, should I say, just like a proof in case you don't have. Somebody was on the group chat. Sorry, was on the free group chat. I don't know if Shadrach, I don't know if the person is eventually paid for this class, was asking that the person asked the question that is trying to apply for some school in Canada, but they are requesting for IELTS and he doesn't have money for that yet. So I don't know if the guy is here. If he's here, then I have a good news for you. But if you are not here, I think every other person will learn. So IELTS is most times are asked for when you're applying, it's part of a requirement where you are a requirement for applications. And then for most schools in Canada, they ask for IELTS. And then for some other opportunities also, they ask for IELTS. When I say for other opportunities, I mean some other body of organization. So these opportunities comes in different ways. It could be like a school have an offer, have an opportunity that for international students to apply for, or you are applying to the school and requesting for funding. It comes in different way. I'm going to just do all those things later. Or another some body of organization offering those, they are giving those opportunities. So an application comes like in different forms. So you just have to be ready for it. So like I said, some body of organization, I know of one, I got to know of one recently, Education USA. So some governments, it could not even be body of organization, it could be governments of countries, government of Turkey gives scholarships, government of Canada gives scholarships. So it all depends. So they can ask for IELTS. You just want to prove that you are efficient in English language. That is what IELTS is about. TOEFL too, the same thing. So medium of instruction, it is like instruction letter. It is a letter written by your school to prove that you were taught in English language. So that is what medium of instruction is. So, and this medium of instruction, you can get it from your school. I got one from my school during my NYS, during my service year, because I didn't have that money to apply for IELTS. But if you have the money, please apply for it. It gives you an edge. Yesterday we talk about positioning. If you have the money, please, like, just give yourself rooms and have advantage, like rooms to be able to apply for several opportunities. Because if you come across an opportunity and they are not going to accept instruction, that means you've lost that opportunity. So to have wide range, to have access to wide range of opportunities that you can apply to is important. You also look at writing IELTS, writing these exams. So it's not always easy. You can contribute money, save up and write it. It pays off later. So it's always worth it. So I want to believe I've explained that. So medium of instruction letter is also called confirmation of English certificate. The letter or certificate used by your undergraduate school that will state that English was the language of instruction used in teaching you. Go to your university, maybe your Senate to get this. So school in Canada, like I read, usually ask for IELTS. So in case you are looking to Canada, prepare yourself and save and write this test. Always worth it. Nigeria is among the country's official language is English, although it is needed to prove one's ability to be able to study in English. So some country accepts medium, even there are, I think I came across some country, even Canada, some schools in Canada accept medium of instruction. The truth is that some of these countries, they know that you were taught, they know that Nigeria is among the country that the official language is English. So they just mentioned, if you're from this country, no need for you to submit IELTS. So there are some even optional. What is that? Who is that? Joel, meet yourself. Meet yourself. Sorry. So I said meet yourself rather. So some countries accept medium of instructions, from you. Some schools in Australia accept medium of instruction. So you just need to check the application requirements to know. So, and it requires a lot of work. Yes, some schools also in US also they don't require IELTS. Yes, some of them require though. So I would advise you to take it if you can, just to increase your chances of application. Banking only on medium of instruction will limit you. That's the truth. It will limit you, And some university will say that it is not required, but those that submit it, that have that documentation will be considered first. That's just one thing about it. So let's talk about GRE. So GRE is a standardized test to measure overall academic readiness of the candidates wanting to attend graduate school. So GRE is just like to assess your quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning, analytical skills, and then critical thinking skills. So most schools in the US require GRE. Most schools, most schools. But there are some that waive it anyway. But it's a lot of work. But some that waive it are very small. So it's like you're limiting yourself. So if you want to have a wide range of opportunities, then write this test. You just have to it's expensive because I guess for GRE it's almost 200K to write for GRE. So it's expensive, like I said, but it's always worth it. For if there are 100 applicants applying for a particular opportunities, and they're only selecting 50, and out of those 100 applicants, 50 as GRE. Even they want to consider those ones that are GRE first. That's just the truth. Even if they still mention in the application, in the requirement that GRE is not compulsory, they will still because they will have a lot of should I say a lot of things that they are looking at in selecting where people that they want to select, the applicants they want to select. So GRE is also to test if you are actually sound academically. There are a lot of things could have affected your CGPA in school. Maybe the lecturer didn't do well, or the no, they just want to test your smartness. They just want to test you. And like I said, most schools in USA request for it. You certain if you are fit to write for it. If you are preparing for GRE, remember I said that it's quite expensive and you don't want to waste that money. So you have to set aside say 3 months to prepare adequately for it. The manuals are available everywhere, so you can read, prepare for it adequately and write. So schools have certain number of should I say cutoff mark for you to be able to apply for their opportunities. For some schools, they could say GRE is always 400, the SAR mark is 400. So some could say that you must not have not less than 370. Some could say you must not have not less than 350. So it all depends. So let's talk about recommendation letter. Recommendation letter can be in two forms, either academic or professional letter. But most times, academic reference letter is most time requested, and this is written by your supervisors, your academic lecturers, that is your lecturers when you're undergraduates or as a master's. Personal reference letter also is requested, but very few ask for personal reference letter. So this is most times written by your mentor, while professional letter is written by your boss. So like I shared, I've already talked about me having a good relationship with my undergraduate. So it is important that you also inform them, ensure you notify them ahead. You'll be applying for several applications so that when you are requesting for it from time to time, they don't get bothered, Ensure you notify them. Sir, I'll be requesting for a recommendation letter. I'm applying for several opportunities and I get to request every now and then. Please don't feel, just communicate with them. I'm sure they would be willing to assist you. So reference is one important part and hard part of scholarship application. That's really helped me a lot when I look back, because even if you are telling a particular lecturer to write for you, be sure that the person will put in good words for you. Okay, so it's not you don't, because you have just to be sure, because I've gotten a lot of recommendation letter from a lot of my lecturers, but I'll prefer one over the other. I don't know if you are getting me. I'll prefer one over the other. There's this professor that wrote for me, that I was able to get my world scholarship. The man, even when I was reading that, I was like, wow, he did well. So it is very important. And another part of it is that some applications will want I've even applied for those ones a number of times. Some applications would want you the lecturer to send it directly to them. They don't want you to be in the picture at all, so that you don't influence whatever they are writing or whatever. So you have to be sure of the lecturer you are asking a recommendation letter from. Yeah. So reference letter, I think I've already talked about it. The type the applicant will upload. Okay, I don't think I have I? So you could request the reference letter from your supervisors or your lecturers. It could be your supervisor, someone that supervised you, lecturer that supervised you. You get the letter from them and you upload on the application portal. Or they send a mail to your referee, because you provide the details of your referee on that application portal. Then your referee receive the notification and they send the letter on your behalf. So that's the other. It comes in two ways. So that's about. So about publication too. If you can get publication, please get it. I talked about self-publication yesterday too. If they are requesting for publication and you have self-published paper, just post the link. So they'll read what they want to read and decide on what they want with your application. So, but not putting anything at all, it's not really the best. So it basically gives you advantage over the other applicants. For graduates, please try and publish your final. Please try and publish your final year project. Begin to look at that if you're a graduate right now. Try and publish it. Your supervisors can do that for you. They shouldn't request anything because you even do most of the work. So if they are publishing, my own supervisor, his name came first. Why? Because he was the one that do all the processing. I was still growing in career, so I don't even know much there. So he was the first author, somebody that did not do the stress, half of the stress that I did. And he's taking the glory, you can imagine. Anyway, we learn every day. So that's just one of those things. So but I don't care, but I've been able to use that published paper over now, and then which has giving me an edge over other applicants. So but going forward, permit me to just share something with you. I was going to attend a particular conference, and I was short of cash because I got information very lately. I have a very good relationship with my supervisor, that's my undergraduate supervisor. So I reached out to him that I would like to submit a paper in this conference, and I'm short of cash right now. That I know it has influence in that organization. I was just trying to share with him, but he wants his name to be in my paper. For me, I know that I will not put his name in my paper because he didn't do anything. So me just trying to use a connection I want my. Anyway, me, I'm a little bit more exposed right now, so you can just do one thing. I take the glory first. I did the work first. So I just have to handle the situation wisely, because I declined him even reading assistance before, because he came up wanting to show his face in my. So I declined. In a way, he felt some way, but I moved on. So that's just life. So For graduates, if you're looking at publishing your paper and you want your supervisors to assist you, they might want to take the glory. That's just what this is, just for your information. But if you don't want that, and then you can work on yourself, begin to like research and see how you can do about it, and get some other graduates that are serious-minded. You can publish this paper together, trust me, or get a senior colleague. If you get a senior colleague to help out, I'm sure they should be able to at least give you that privilege of being a first author. Being a first author is very, very important. Let me talk about statement of purpose. Statement of purpose at times is also called personal statement. At times it's also your cover letter. At times it's called motivational letter. You know, whatever they call it, it is just a quality statement of purpose. Anyway, I was going to explain, but that's going to be our next topic for next class. I'm going to share in details how you can write statement of purpose, the steps to follow, and the importance. Hello. Okay. Hello, please kindly excuse me, I'm coming, please. I'm back. Sorry, my apologies. So, statement of purpose. It is what statement of purpose is about that you have to just. This is just like an opportunity for you to prove who you really are, and it's a very important document while applying. You shouldn't joke with your statement of purpose or personal statement. So you have to tell your story while writing this statement of purpose. You have to, like, after your CV. Your CV is like a portfolio of your profile. The next thing is your statement of purpose. You are going to like you are telling the reviewers why you're applying and then why you are the best fit for that application. So you have to be able to convince them as much as you can. So it is a very important aspect of application. So I'm going to talk about this in details. I just want to give us the room to ask questions because I know we have questions, and then do the accountability partner pairing. So then let me also talk about CV. CV is another powerful document. This CV has helped me a lot. Do you know when they say CV is jazz, it means your CV is like, I don't know, it's commanding a lot of things. So please, CV is a very important aspect of it's a very important aspect of your documents while applying. So these two things, statement of purpose, CV, I don't joke with them. So when you're writing your CV, you leave no stone unturned. If you have attended a computer training before, you put that there. You leave no stone unturned. I'm going to talk about the sections on how you should section your CV and how you should write your CV. That's another topic on its own, which I'm going to talk about. So as much as possible for now, your level, at least, I mean, a paid CV or 2-page CV, it's okay. So whereas there's some application, they will specify they want your resume. They want the resume, or whereas in some, they could say they want your CV. And some could say not more than 2-page CV. So you have to adhere strictly to whatever, guidelines that you have been given. So for instance, MasterCard Foundation Scholarship will tell you that you should include leadership, extracurriculum activities, service. You know, these things I already shared with you, volunteering experiences. They want to look at those things. So they want it to be in your CV, you know. A perfect CV for this application must be sectioned for those criteria, and you must list at least 5 examples each to show you are diversified. Your experiences, online courses relevant to your field, internships are very important. So many other relevant things. So during the section of CV, I'm going to share my CV with you guys. I'm going to show you how I section them. You know, I'm going to show you all of that. And I'm going to talk in details about CV writing. So that comes to the end of today's class. I'm going to give you guys opportunity to ask questions. Then if there are other additions for me to share, I'm going to do that too before we end. Yeah. Any question? Okay, Shadrach raising up his hand. Who else? I want to know how many questions we'll be asking. Okay, Esther too. Who else? Okay, Joe. Okay, Shadrach, you can unmute your mic and ask your question.
All right. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for this very informative session. I really, really appreciate it. So I'm going to just ask a very brief question, although I'm going to reach out to you personally, but I think I need to ask you this one first. So for the IELTS exams, so let's say, for instance, someone studying in Switzerland, where their official language is...
Sorry about that, Shadrach. Can you come again? Yeah.
Yeah, so for instance, I'm talking about the IELTS exams. So let's say, for instance, someone studying in Switzerland, where their official languages are French, German, Italian, and then Romanish. You get but then they speak English. Some also have this IELTS certification to study in a country where the official language is not English. Thank you.
I'm not sure. Okay, do you mean that these countries that they do not speak in English are asking for IELTS?
Yeah, I'm saying that, do you think it is necessary for you to have that if you're applying for those kind of countries that do not?
Okay, I don't think it is compulsory for you to have it. It is compulsory when you're asked you to have it when you're applying to schools or countries that are requesting for it, or that they speak English and they teach in English. For those countries, they may not even be teaching students in English language, so it is not even important for you to write it. But what you can do at times is you can write German language. You can learn German language and write exams. There are exams for you can learn. Right, there are a lot of companies that are into that. You just walk up to the institution, register for those courses, learn and write the exams. So they train people, a lot of German schools where you can learn how to read and write in German, Portuguese, like mention them, French. So you get those certifications and use it for your application. So for those schools, it's not important for you to write IELTS. I hope I answer your question.
Yeah, you did. Thank you. Yeah, you did. Thank
you. Okay, Esther, go ahead. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, Esther.
Thank you for today's class. It was very informative. Okay, my question is, for instance, I'm an undergraduate and I'm in 200 level. If I go and ask in my Senate for my transcript or statement of results, will I be given? or in case the maybe the I needed for the scholar, can I submit like the results that they sent to me? Like they used to give us this result that is just our grades. Can I use that one, or I still have to go and ask for my transcript or statement of results? Will I be given, or have to wait till I get to higher level to ask for that?
No, you don't have to wait for higher level to ask for it. Like he said they usually give you your result, Abby, or what did you say?
Yes, like we write an exam, they give us, I think it's like yes, our results that have our grades, like
Yes.
just the GPA.
If you have for your first or second semester for your first year, you can use it. Basically, just scan and have the soft copy.
Okay, I have that one. I was just wondering that do I need to ask for transcript to have that one down, or I should not just do that? I should just use this one in case they ask for it.
You can use the one you have if they ask for it. If you have your results, like you have a slip already that has a result and your grade, you don't need to go to the Senate again. You can use it.
Okay. I want to ask, I've read about it, like I won't be taught in school and everything. Like, is there a specific difference between resume and CV, or is just that company asks for it specifically? Like people used to say,
I didn't get you.
Yeah, people that do you have a CV or do you have a resume? I always thought they are just the same thing. Resume is just quite shorter. Why CV is more detailed? Is there a specific difference between them?
Just explain the difference now. Resume is quite shorter and CV is longer.
Like, so why is that? Why did they not ask for like have a CV, have a resume? I still don't get why that is just, I'm not really clear about the two of them.
Okay, they ask for your CV, and in that same application, they still ask for your resume. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, in case there's something like that, in case you add like
we either ask you to upload your CV or resume because it's the same thing. One is just shorter than the other.
Yeah, I understand now. I get. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. Okay, Joe, briefly, kindly ask your question briefly. Is Joel still here? Okay, I guess we lost Joel. Any other question, please? Informa, you are going to ask a question during the course of the class. Are you cleared now?
No, okay. I think I have some other questions to ask here. What's the next?
Informa, you muted yourself. Kindly unmute.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, can you hear me? Hello, ma. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, I want to ask, please, how much do you think that international passport is? And my second question is, aside from Canada, which other country request for IELTS?
I'm not sure I get you. Are you saying that which other country asks for IELTS aside from Canada? Is that your question?
Yes, and I really kindly more on that. That's my
Okay, your line is breaking, but I want to believe I get what you're saying. For Canada, most schools in Canada ask for IELTS. Some other universities, some other schools, some other countries ask for IELTS. Some schools in the US also ask for IELTS. It does depend.
Because it's something like coming for.
Come again. Informa, your line is breaking. You can just type in the chat box.
Okay. Okay, I think I get that.
Okay, so there are other schools, there are other countries that ask for IELTS. Yes, you just do your research. I know of Australia, some schools in Australia, some. I can't hear you at all, Ifoma. So Joe, quickly ask your question.
Yeah, my question is not like a question, so to say. And I actually want to thank you for today also. Mine is just like, can the way you sent the material that you used for yesterday's class, can we get today's class material and maybe prevented the recording because my network was very bad. I was just out and in like that. So though I got some of the things that you explained, I followed to some extent, but my network was kind of bad. So I don't know how. I got some of the explanations, so I got them. I got some of the explanations about the um, transcript, the national ID card. No, sorry, the national ID, your passport, your curriculum vitae, and other things that you explained. I got some of them. So, but I just wanted to be open on my own part that really did not get something because of my network.
Hello. It's fine. I'll share the document with you, and also I will share the recordings. The recordings will be made available to you guys. Any other question, please? One more question. Okay, I guess. Victor, John, do you have a question? Okay, since we do not have, if there are no questions, then we'll just wrap the session up. Let's quickly do the accountability partner pairing. So Victor and Victor, is the second Victor still up? Efuntoye Victor, are you still here? Hello? If you can hear me, please type yes in the chat box. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, ma, can you hear me?
Ifoma, I can hear you.
Please, I placed some questions on the chat box. I don't know if you.
Okay. Okay. Can I give a little briefing on? Okay, we'll talk on SOP in details next week. You know, so whatever it is, I'm sure your doubts and questions will be answered by next week. So I'm going to share, you know, in details what SOP is all about. So SOP is just it is called, SOP is called statement of purpose. So you are sharing with your reviewers why you are the best fit for the opportunities. So why you are the best fit. So you're going to talk a little bit about your background, your course of study. You're going to talk a little bit about your experiences, your skills that you have acquired that fit into the opportunity that you're applying for. So that is, I'm going to talk in totals about, in details about that anyway. So I want to believe we are done with today's class. If there are any other questions, you can put it in the chat, in the WhatsApp group. I'm going to answer. So like I said, we have to just wrap this session up by 4 p.m. So quickly before we go, I want to pair you guys, but I don't want to do the pairing. I want you to to select who you would love to be your partner. So Victor, who would you like to be your partner? Olamilokun Victor. Yazid, I'm not sure I got that pronunciation right. Are you just joining or you've joined us before?
Yeah, I'm actually I joined a few minutes ago. I was on transit, the network was bad. I tried to join, it was not connecting, so I was just able to join a few minutes ago.
Oh, sorry about that. The recordings will be available. We're almost done with today's class.
What would the partnership be about, man?
The partnership is to, should I say, keep you guys on track, keep each other on track, to follow after each other. That's what it's about.
Okay.
Quickly, 9 minutes more. Who are you selecting to be your partner?
Ma, for my own, I would think you should just pay us randomly.
I should pair you guys randomly. Okay. All right. Shadrach and Abati Joe, John, and I don't know who is Ola. I'm not sure who is Ola here. Who is Ola, please? Kindly unmute yourself.
Olani.
Okay, I don't know you are the one. Okay, Olani and John, please. I'm pairing you guys together. Esther and Ufoma. And then to be left with Yazid. Yazid, I will pair you with Grace. She's not online, so but I'm going to put that in our group chat. So I think that should be all for now. Any comments before we wrap it up, before we call it a day? Comments?
Hi, Ma.
Okay, hi.
You didn't pair me.
I'm not paired, I paired you with Esther.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, comments regarding today's session.
I have a comment.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to say a very big thank you for your time, for your, for the time and for your elaboration. You have been able to elaborate more on today's topic and that of yesterday. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There is still much more to come. So we'll go in details each of these documents that I've shared with you. We're going to talk a lot about SOP. We're going to talk a lot about how to write your CV. We're going to talk a lot about cover letter, code emailing. I don't know if you've heard of that before. So this is just a tip. There's still a lot more to gain. Okay, briefly, 1 minute. Oyebola, comments from you. Everybody's going to share. Oyebola John, and show your face.
Hello?
Go ahead, I can hear you.
You need a comment from me?
Yes.
There's nothing to say much. Like the class was okay and I love how you elaborate what you taught us, and I think I'm getting it.
You're getting it. Are you sure you're getting it?
I think so.
It's all right, no problem. Good to know. Thank you.
Am I the one you paired with Olani?
Yes, I paired you with Olani. Don't worry, I'll share those details on the group chat, and also for those that are not here, so that they can know who they are. Yeah. Okay, Esther, 1 minute comments from you.
Okay. I just want to say for the class, for everything, and most especially, it's a great opportunity because I've learned some things now that I should prioritize on instead of like finding out later in life that I was supposed to get this done then, like by the time. So I think it's one of the wonderful things I got from today class.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for that. Shadrach, please, 1 minute, comment from you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so basically, yeah, thank you for the whole information, and then it just shows that there's a lot of work to be done. You get, like, this is something that I want to get in no time, but I know that there's a lot of work, like a lot of work. I'm just looking at, as you're talking about those exams and everything, I'm just going to go and check the price and everything. It's not going to be a child's play, but we are dedicated. So just getting me prepared for the task ahead. Yeah, thank you.
That's the spirit, though. That's the spirit. I love to hear that. The truth is that there's a lot of work to do. So it's looking as if maybe I'm just I'm talking it so gently and slowly like that. But when you get into it, you know that there is actually a lot. So you just take it one after the other. Okay, do what you can do and leave the rest to God. Olani, how many comments from you?
Not actually, but thanks for the training and the meeting. Yeah, it's educative. Thanks. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you. When did you come in? What
I've
time?
been that should be since when it started also.
Okay, nice, good. Your voice sounds different. Olani Fashaki, Abi?
Palaki.
Falaki. Your voice sounds different. It's all right. Welcome. I guess the former has spoken right. About Joe. Hello. Sorry, I didn't notice I had muted myself, so I just discovered. So we'll call it a wrap. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. So as you're logging out, just say bye. So I reach you, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.